other type of activity led me to become friends with Chris. Chris and his knowledge of sacred geometry. Chris and his talk of CIA. Chris and his I'm being bugged type stuff. I thought it would be an interesting art experiment to give the guy a phone and let him record LA life, and he did so. So he would text me photographs that he was taking. I'd get all these images of LA, and even though the photographs themselves, I mean, it's not ranking. I mean, they're not the best photographs you've ever seen.
No.
But it's just the fact that there's a homeless guy from the front line sending you images of the stuff he's seen.
So did you have that idea? Then you went and got a phone and took it to him and said, "Text me pictures of the street." That's art.
That's what I thought it was. I thought, I'm doing art here, and that is what you said is what I've done. I thought, I'm an artist doing this.
Right.
He sent me photos, and they were sort of, sometimes they weren't that great, the quality.
Come on, Chris.
Chris, come on, you're shooting into the light. What's the lens flare, man? Come on. Why don't you use a bit of black and white, a bit of class? Why don't you get one of these other bums to dress up in the nutty?
Could he use it as a phone to phone you?
Text sometimes. I've made it very clear I wouldn't answer the phone. I don't like to be interrupted when I was up in the hills at Rusty Boots Towers. That's my time. That's my time, Chris. I know that's sacred. That's sacrosanct, I would say to him. Hey, Russ, how's it going, man?
Is that how he talked?
Yeah. Oh, he's one of those. I'm on the edge. I have seen. And he would talk very apocalyptically. Like, the skies were bruised and the crows are a-coming and I feel it in my veins.
Crikey.
What's wrong with that?
Know.
Well, just text in future, Chris. It's difficult for me to get to sleep after that, I'm afraid. So I was thinking, this guy's an artist, and I'm an artist by proxy, by empowering this artist. I'm a curator of the streets. I am turning poverty into art. I am an alchemist. I am Ozymandias, king of kings. I am Icarus, flying too close to the sun with waxy feathers. I was he was sending me more and more interesting images, and I thought, this is good stuff. It really does give you a picture of what it might be like to be homeless, but not through the filter of some journalist or some sort of gonzo artist, but directly from the source. I was friends with street artist Shepard Fairey, who I'm always bothering to do different things for me. Right, he's done like wedding invitations, book covers, all sorts of stuff. Shepard Fairey, like everything, business cards for a business we used to have in Los Angeles.
You just use him as your personal illustrator.
Your own personal strain. Yeah, there's too many syllables in the last word, really.
Well, don't beat yourself up.
Okay, fair enough. So, I goes to him, Shepard. Shepard had a gallery.
Is that his real name, Shepard Fairey?
Actually, I recently found out he's Frank Shepard Fairey.
What, so his middle name's Shepard?
And
his real last name is Fairey?
What's wrong with that?
Well, I don't...
Because there's things that are out of fairy stories. Fairies, obviously, and Shepherds frequently.
Yeah. But no, I just meant, is that his real name? But it is his real name, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Move on.
Cleared that up? Happy now, are you? You're worse than the CIA.
I thought he might just made up a name.
Like,
he's got a normal name like John Smith, and he's gone, I'm
because Shepard Fairey sounds a bit like, hang on.
Just sounds like two mad words put together.
Well, all words are a bit, aren't they? A bit. Anyway, he's got a gallery.
All right.
And I phoned him out, and I was like, yeah, this is amazing, this art project that I've created. What I'll do is I'll get Shepard Fairey to put on an exhibition of homeless art. And Shepard Fairey is such a lovely man and so willing to help. I asked him...
Oh, Christ, it's Russell again. Here we go.
Shepard, it's me, it's Russ. I've got another great idea. Another one? Yes, another one, Shepard. This time it's this. I goes, why don't we put on an exhibition of this homeless guy? And I really explained it quite sincerely and quite earnestly. Like, no, this guy, he's a homeless, he's a poet of the streets, man. He's using, it's your street art, Shepard, but imagine this kind of street art. I mean, it'll be interesting, wouldn't it? He goes, sure, man, yeah, sure. And he was really sort of up for it. And I literally, when I put the phone down to Shepard, there's some new photos that come through from homeless Chris of his own cock and balls. Like he's pulled, and not even very nice ones, he's pulled his pants to the side.
I remember the picture. He's
pulled the gusset to one side, and there's sort of like a helmet. And there was one where he was wearing like like some sort of really sort of rickety bondage gear.
That's what I saw, that one. He pulled his knob through a little hole in the bondage gear. and it was all sort of writing on him.
Yeah, he's always... Now, the writing, that was a constant. He was always writing on himself.
Right.
That was part of the way he expressed himself.
Chris?
When I next saw... I didn't respond, because you're never supposed to respond when anyone sends you something you don't want. That's just a standard rule.
What's that from?
I think, well, I heard someone say it once.
In what context?
Private. No, I heard a police officer says, like, that if you're being stalked, never respond to the stalker. Now,
did you give them oxygen?
That is the oxygen they require for stalking. They'll misinterpret. Right. Even if you're going, look, F off, they go, no, him telling me to F off. We always do that.
Right.
And now what I've done is I've extrapolated that information that was for a very specific context a police officer talking about stalking to just anyone I don't want to talk to no more.
Yeah.
I just stop. I just cut off communication. That's my technique. So, like, in a way, that story, does that point to a bright future or not? I mean, it's a shame when things like that happen, isn't it?
Well, is it a shame? Because maybe that's just a continuation of the art. Maybe he got really comfortable and was like, well, I can take this to the next level. Dick shots.
There was nothing he ever said to me that indicated that down the line he would show me a picture of his bonded penis.
What, saying to you, oh, the Armageddon in the sky, the crows.
When the crows are coming.
If that man sent me a picture of his knob, I wouldn't go, what? That sensible chap who lives on the street and talks about crows? He sent me a picture of his knob.
Chris, are you okay? Have you been drinking? Because I very much enjoyed the Revelation-style apocalyptic prophecies. But this branching out into knob shot, you really let yourself down. Whatever next, the bull bag, the perineum. Now talk to me more about these 4 horsemen. Right, so you think it was always on the card?
Yeah, I would have thought it was going to go.